Hello my beauties and welcome to my channel. If you have watched my Black Friday haul unboxing, you would have seen this setup. And then you know what I'm going to do now. Because what I'm going to do now is try out the makeup that I got in my Black Friday haul. My Black Friday haul isn't complete yet because I'm still waiting for my Coastal Scents eyeshadows. But I ordered quite a lot, so that's going to be a separate dedicated video, just so you know. The eyeshadow palette I'm going to play with today is technically not part of my Black Friday haul, but it came yesterday. So I'm going to include it anyway. And it is from Oden's Eye Cosmetics. They are based in Sweden and this is their Freya palette. It's their only eyeshadow palette as of now, but it looks so pretty. And I also said in my haul video that I am, for those of you who don't know, I'm a pagan or a heathen or whatever you like to call it, and the pantheon I work with are the Germanic gods, not German gods. That's a big difference, the Germanic gods, and that is just the gods that were worshipped in the region where I live back in the days of yore. Let's put it like that. Or you can kind of compare them to the Norse gods like Odin, Thor and Freya. You probably have heard of those. Only for me, Odin is called Wodan, Thor is called Donar, and Freya is called Freya. But anyway, these gods have their own days, in case you don't know, because Wednesday is Wodan's day, that's the derivative of it. Then you have Thursday, which is Thor's day, and we call it Donderdag. And donder is our Dutch word for thunder, so yeah, it's not really weird because our Thor was called Donar. And then Friday you have Freya's day or Freya. So we are still kind of worshipping the old gods or naming them almost daily. But yeah, this is the eyeshadow palette. Let's just, it is magnetic and really, it's cardboard closes with a magnet, you know the drill. It has a tiny mirror in it, which is actually quite a good mirror, so that's nice. It's not one of those warped things, it's a good mirror. They taped the plasticky on the palette, which I like. And here are the colors. And yes, I know it's a soft palette. Some of you might go, oh, it's a soft, warm, neutral palette. No, it's not neutral. Neutral for me are browns. And let me check. I have one brown, which is Boar in my eyes. That's this one. So yeah, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mattes. I have 2 regular shimmers. And then I have some duochromes or such. I don't know, but they're really pretty. So yeah, really, really pretty. I'm going to play with that today. I am also got, well, the sponge that I got. And you know, if you want to know more about what I got, go watch my whole video, but I'm going to use this sponge as well. I'm going to try the eyeshadow primer. I'm going to use one of those lippies. I have a blush as well, and I have a very, very big highlighter. And the rest I cannot really use. So what I'm going to do now is plop some sunscreen on my face, let that set a little bit, and then I will be back and we will start. So I'm shiny, and that's because of my sunscreen. What I did is I put, it reminds me of the MAC paint pot. Now I don't know if it's a dupe because I've never tried the MAC paint pot, but this is from Catrice. It's their Camouflage Cream, and it's just a pot like this. And I thought, you know what, maybe I can use that as a base underneath my eye primer. So I'm trying that one out as well. Where's my eye primer? Here it is. So I have my primer here, and it does have a little bit of a tint to it, but not enough to even out the color on my eye. So let me just plop it there and there underneath my eye a bit. So that was the Wet n Wild primer. I'm going to start with eyes first. I decided because I don't know if there is any fallout and that kind of goodness. I'm going to go really simple today. I'm going to use these 2 colors. I don't know, I'm really drawn to this color. So yeah, so let's just get started. Do not touch the thingy. So I have my brush, and this is kind of a I cleaned it. It's kind of a denser brush, and I actually like this to pack on color because it's small-ish. So let's go into the color, which is called, I cannot read. It is either Trangia or something like that, or Thangila. Thangila? I'm sorry, I don't know, but this is how it is written. I don't really know how to pronounce it, but anyway, that's the color I'm going to start with. On my brush, I have some kick up in the pen, but I have seen worse. I'm not going to tap off though, because I haven't done my base anyway, and I want to get the maximum payoff. So I'm going to stamp that here. Ooh. Actually switching brushes to this one, the small fluffy one. I'm going to plop it there, and let's see if I can blend it without needing another shadow. Nice. Okay, let's also plop it underneath. And I also put a little eyeshadow primer underneath my eye. Do not poke yourself in the eye. Let's kind of blow it out this way a bit. Why? Because I can. So yeah, first color done. I'm going to do the same on the other eye as well. So both eyes are done. I'm switching to my small detail brush and go into the color Sin Sin, I think, which is this one, which is a metallic, which is a duochrome of apparently the same base as the matte, but then also with a green shift. I'm getting a lot of kick up in the pan, and that usually means I want to spray the brush, because otherwise I create massive fallout. So let me do that. Let's plop it on the eye. Oh, that's pretty. It's very pretty. I don't know if you can see the greenish shift. I am going to switch brush. I'm going to, with this brush, in to that same color to bring it up a bit higher. Kind of almost gives you a, I don't know, a wet effect. It's pretty. I like that because it's unique. I don't have anything like that in my collection. I am going to incorporate the color Room, which is this one, which is also a shimmer, but it is a bit darker than this one. I want that on the outer part of my eye. At least I think it's a bit darker. A tiny bit, yeah. Let's also do that in the center, or in the inner part. What I meant. Color Sin Sin, first shimmer, is going underneath my eye. Yes, and that color Rune as well. Okay, and I swatched the color Gracia, I don't know, but that appears to be kind of a topper. So here it is on my finger. Let's pop that in the center. Very pretty. Now I have a sparkly eye. Okay, I'm going to do the same on the other eye, and then I will decide if I'm going to use another color to deepen this part up. Maybe I will not, because I'm kind of liking the way it's looking now. So I'm going to do the same on the other eye. Eye's done. I'm going to leave it like this. I do have some glitter fallout on my face, but let's go to foundation. Let's get, so I have my Laura Geller Filter First foundation. I soak it, I plopping some on the back of my hand, and let's use the sponge. With a normal beauty blender or sponge, I don't usually drag across my face. And what I noticed, at least with the sponges that I have, is that, oh, it also seems to be soaking up less product, but when I go over certain parts of my foundation, it kinda sticks and lifts off. Huh, okay, let's get some more. So what I'm actually doing is kind of dragging it over my face, so spreading it like I would with a brush. And then I'm dabbing over it. Let's see what happens when I build it up tad. Well, to be honest, I don't know if I see a big difference. It does feel nice. Our concealer is the Nabla Close Up in Light Peach. And I like actually doing it a little bit differently with my concealer than I'm used to. So I'm getting a brush. What I actually do is I'm tapping it out. Because at least here, where I just spread it, I kind of want the maximum coverage. Because there my circles are the worst. I'm actually tapping and dragging at the same time, like I do with my shimmers. This is taking more time, but the coverage is better for me. So I'm going to go over the edges with the sponge. Let's try the beauty blender on the other side and see if I lose coverage. It doesn't really seem so that's good. Now apparently you can also powder with this, so let's try. Let's get my Catrice Nude Illusion. Okay, let's try this for powder. What I do notice is that you actually keep quite a bit of powder on your sponge. So technically you would need less. I still have powder on that. I still have powder on it, so I have problems with foundation sticking on my nose today, so just ignore the nose. But yeah. So it's looking dirty now, but you can still see I have powder on it. So that is good, because one of my problems is over powdering, resulting in the fact that my skin gets really dry. Okay, let me fix up the eyeshadow a little. I'm just going to blend over the edges. Pretty. Okay, let me go plop on some eyeliner and mascara. And you know why not, I will also kind of, bronze contour and all that goodness. So I'm going to do that, and when I get back we can do, the rest, as I said, blush, highlight and lippy. And then that will be that for this video. So hold on, don't go anywhere, I'll be right back. Liner mascara is on. I thought let's do a wing again. It went a little badly over there, so if this is looking weird, it's because I had to fix it. The mascara I have on is just a waterproof mascara from Max & More. Long lasting volume, not really, but it's pouring outside, so I thought let's just get a waterproof mascara. So this is the eye look so far. The only thing for the eyes for me left to do is put on my falsies, which I will do when my glue is dry enough. But for now, let's do blush. So I have my blush brush. I have this thingy. It's quite powdery. Oh, I think it's too light. I think. But let's just place it anyway. Let's stick to the darker part of it. There is a bit of color. So I always place my blush first and then I blend it with the tip of the brush. I think I used the wrong powder for this foundation, because the foundation I have, the Laura Geller one, sets on my face nicely, but I think I powdered it. I used the wrong powder. I don't know if you can see, but it's breaking up here. That's the wrong powder that I used. Or maybe a little bit too much. That's pretty. Yeah, it's pretty. Okay, let's get, and I do like a peachy blush though. So let's try the highlighter. I have my highlighter brush from Nabla. This is probably a very glittery formula. Not that I mind. Usually I place it first, wherever I want it. Like so. Then I take my fan brush and I buff it in. And this is a really nice way to work with a glittery highlight. It's pretty. And you get really big pans. So yeah, I will do the lippy. I think I'm going to stick with this one, which is the Nude Peach. So let me plop that one on. It is just with a nice doe foot thingy. I put on 2 coats and it's a pretty color. It's actually the color that I was looking for, so that's good. The doe foot fits my lips nicely. I just kind of wish it could pick up more product. Does that make sense? This is the look so far. I'm going to plop on my falsies, then I will be back and I will give you my first impression on the stuff that I used. So don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Okay, so let me get rid of these because my makeup is all done now. Let me give you my thoughts on what I used. Let's start, well, in order of application. The Wet n Wild eyeshadow primer, I don't know. It worked nicely and the shadows blended on top really nicely, but I don't know if it will make my shadows stick longer, so I will just have to try. Hopefully I won't forget to give you an update tonight, and yeah, if I do forget, I will hopefully not forget to put it in while editing. But I will keep trying it anyway. I will also compare it with the Catrice one, so one eye Catrice, one eye Wet n Wild. We shall see, we shall see. The next thing that I use is a sponge. It's nice. I do, however, have to say that the powder that I use with this foundation doesn't want to play well with the foundation, so my foundation is breaking up. It's not the foundation's fault and it is not really the powder's fault, because I have used it with numerous other foundations and it worked really well. Just today this combination doesn't seem to be working for me. But overall the sponge is nice. What I like about it is that you can drag it across your skin as well, instead of just dabbing on, which you need to do with other sponges. You don't need a lot of powder with this, because the powder kind of sticks in between the hairs. So I feel like you need less powder than with if you powder with a regular sponge. But I don't know. I'm going to keep on trying it and we'll let you know on a future date. The eyeshadow palette is really pretty. Now the shadows that I used, well, they blended like a charm. So I used this matte, this shimmer, and a little bit of this topper, or at least I think it's a topper. I don't know, the shadow is really pretty. It is not the color that I expected it to be looking at the pan. I don't know, it's a strange color for me. I like it. I like the way the shimmers performed. I like the way that they make, I don't know, kind of a wet look on my eye. So I like that. And I like the fact that you can just I don't know, you know, create really simple looks with just 2 eyeshadows. So you have your matte and then you pick a shimmer. And I think that the colors complement each other really, really nicely. So that is good. I'm going to play with this some more as well. I want to do a full review and 3 looks. I don't know when it is coming though, because I have a lot of things on the agenda. So if you want to know my final thoughts on this palette and the looks I will create with it, you just have to make sure that you are subscribed to my channel and have hit the bell so you will be notified when I upload it. Okay, next, the blush from Revolution. I think it's pretty. I do like a peach blush, and I have seen these and I kind of been eyeing them. This one is too light. I don't know what that is supposed to be. Is that supposed to be a highlight? Yeah, I could use it underneath my brow, but it doesn't really have a shimmer in it. On the other hand though, if you are really fair, you could use this side, of course. If you are deeper than me, I don't think this one will show up. It's pretty, but I don't think, I don't know if I can use it in summer. I don't think so. But again, it is pretty. It's a nice blush. I will see how long it wears, because peach, I have another peach blush. That one is really pretty, but kind of sinks into my skin really quickly. Does that make sense? So it is not as long lasting as some of the other colors that I have in my collection. So that was that. Then we have the highlight, the Revolution Skin Kiss in Ice Kiss. Super intense. Yeah, you can make it quite intense. But I do have to say that the one that I have in my Praline palette from the Chocolate Heart gift box is better. Is more blinding. I think this is more, well, maybe not a subtle sheen, but I think it's pretty. It's just so friggin' huge. It is so big. Anyway, that's what she said. Was that it? Yeah, I think that was it, wasn't it? Yeah, I had the primer, I had the lip. Oh yeah, the lippy. Well, I tried this one on. It took 2 coats. And I wanted to build it up a little bit more, but then it kept transferring off. So that's kind of strange. And I do have to say, I find it a bit drying. So it is not the my favorite formula. It's also not the worst. I like the color. I also cannot wait to try this one. But yeah, the downside is that ever since I got a Jeffree Star lippy, damn you Jeffree Star, I'm comparing them to this. If you do not want to support Jeffree Star or don't have Jeffree Star money, not that I do, but I bought it when it was on sale, check out the Catrice Velvet Mattes. The formula is quite similar to the Jeffree Star one, or these from Essence, which I do need to do a video on as well, because I have currently all the colors that they sell in stores here. So I have 4 here. There are 6 in total, so I have 2 left there. But yeah, the tubes, the Mad About Matte tubes, are also quite similar to the formula of Jeffree Star. Again, they're not the same. They're really not the same, but if you do not want to support him, you can try out those 2 brands. But yeah, this just then, yeah, doesn't live up to par to that. So that is a bit of a bummer. So that was all that I had from this Black Friday haul. And again, technically this is not from Black Friday because I ordered it earlier, but it just arrived yesterday, so I thought I would include it. So yeah, let me know down below if you have any of the products that I used today. They will also be listed down below. This was it for my Black Friday haul try on. Make sure you have hit the subscription button and the bell, because I'm still waiting for a Black Friday order from Coastal Scents, which are about 25 hot pots. So yeah, hence the magnetic palette that I showed you in my haul video. So yeah, when those come in, I will do well, a dedicated video for them as well. And maybe I will swatch them all. I have no idea how I will do that. But if you want to see all the goodies that I picked out from Coastal Scents, again, make sure that you have clicked all the buttons. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down in the comment section below. I'm going to sign off. I thank you very much for watching. I wish you a great day, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye guys!